Especially if it's a first time client or something that we're at, definitely you'll want to go talk to the crew leader and just tell them that of the situation that's there, that we found a blown window, that's what we call them. A lot of times we'll want to make sure that we let the homeowner know about that so that they know that it's a default in the window and it's not something that we missed or left dirty behind, so that they're not giving us a call back a day later to come back and say we missed a window. We always want to make sure that we notify them that it's the condensation in between the glass, not that we didn't clean it. What we're going to demonstrate for you now is the correct way to stack and unstack our section ladders. The first technique that Dan's going to show you is how to stack them up on the ground. What you want to do is lay them all out. Have your bottom section with the feet. I'll zoom in on that. That's your bottom section. And then you want to lay them out all along. And then what they do is they slide into each other and lock. I'll give you a little closer shot of that. They have a U that locks into the stub part that sticks out of the ladder. What you want to do is go along, lock them all together, nice and tight. And then when you're going to stand it up, what you want to do is slide the bottom of the ladder up against a building or something so it doesn't kick out on you. And then what you'll do is you'll just use a hand over hand method and just walk the ladder up, pushing it up, keeping steady pressure, walking it straight up until you get to the building. Then you can pick it up, back it up until you have a nice angle. You don't want to have too steep of an angle or way too much. A good angle so that you're safe walking up. Roughly in between a 70 and 80 degree angle is what you want to have with your ladder. Alright, now he'll come down and he'll show you the reverse method of that, the unstacking of the ladders. You just want to pick it up, bring your bottom right close to the building again so that it's not going to slide out on it, and then you just back it down and just walk the ladder back down like he's doing. So you have it down safely, and then you can pull the ladder apart when it's ready to be transferred into the truck. Alright, what Dan's going to demonstrate for you now is a different method for stacking the ladder. We call this one the freestand method. The first thing you want to do is have your ladder set up in the order with the bottom closest to you, and then your middle sections, and then your top section last. And how you stack it is the reverse order. What you do is you take your top section, bring it up, and slide it over top of your middle section, slide it down. And the best method to do this is to be up against the building so you can have somewhere to support it. Put it up against the building, walk it up again, slide it back to your next section and drop it down, and you just continue doing it that way until you have your desired height that you need to work with. And that's the freestand method. It's a little quicker. You don't need to be right by a building and walking it up with the feet up against the building for support. Alright, Dan's going to show you how to unstack it. Just the reverse method of what you did. You want to have your foot on the bottom rung, lift your sections up and slide them forward and let it slide down through your hands, always keeping the top against the building like it is. And you just do that every time. Pick it up, drop it forward, walk it down until you get down to the very bottom one. And that's how you unstack a ladder with it standing up against the building. Alright, what Dan's going to demonstrate now is how you carry your ladder around from window to window. It's a little bit tricky process to get the hang of it. It's not a lot of strength. What it is, it's just a lot of balance and having your hands in the correct position. One thing you want to do before you carry your ladder is just make sure that you have a clear path, that you're not tripping over anything. But we'll show you the way he places his hands. Some people do it overhand, some people do it underhand on their bottom hand. But what you want to do is grab the ladder about the second rung from the bottom with your bottom hand, and then you want to have 3 rungs in between. That's what works best for most guys unless you're extremely tall. And that top hand is like that. And what you'll do is just tip the ladder back and lift up. You always want to keep the ladder as straight vertical as possible so that you're balancing it. And you just walk with it like that till you get to your next position, and lower it down and lean it up against your next position. Now I'll give you a little bit closer view of his hands. Starting again, you want to have your bottom hand about the 2nd rung from the bottom, and then you place your other hand 3 rungs up in there, and all it is just tilting back, keeping it straight vertical as possible. Lift with your knees and just balance. It's all about balance. It takes a lot of practice before you can get good and comfortable at doing this. Alright, what Dan's going to demonstrate here is another ladder that we use a lot out on the job sites. They're not all called Little Giants, but that's pretty much the general term that we use for them. It's a folding ladder that can also extend up. He's going to show you how to operate it. When it comes out of the truck, it's in a folded position, and what you need to do to operate it is push the 2 tabs in, and you can pull it apart. It automatically locks back into position. This is the downright position. It can be used for most ground level windows and things of that nature, but the neat thing about it is it can be extended up. What it has is 4 locking mechanisms on the sides that need to be pulled out, and then you can extend the middle part up by grabbing it, pushing it up. The legs pull apart, and by each rung it has holes which the tabs can lock back in. You push them down and snap them in. The most important part about using this ladder is to make sure that the top levers are locked in and that all 4 of the rung levers are locked in to make sure that it's all secure and it won't collapse on you. Some different neat features about this is you can do each side at different heights. You can lower one side at a time like that. If you got a window, like say over top of an air conditioner, you can lean it that way so you can still get close to the window. Or if you have stairs or something like that where you need your legs to be at 2 different heights. It's a great ladder, and once you know how to use it, it can be a handy tool. One other feature about this ladder that's handy is it can also be converted from an A-frame ladder to a regular extension ladder. What you need to do is unlock the tabs, fold it straight, and then it can be stood up to double as a normal extension ladder. And once you have it in this position, again, you can unlock the rung tabs and push it up, and lock it in, and you can get even higher windows.